If one of their leaders' home was fired into and they were getting death threats, the FBI would be on it. There'd be screaming, yelling on TV, everything else. But the Mexican mafia and different groups targeting reporters. They've killed reporters all over Texas. They've killed reporters in Dallas. They've truck bombed people in Texas. It's hardly ever even in the news. If it is, it's in the back of the Dallas Morning News. And our country's going to fall to this mafia. The government's going to work with them. The CIA trains Los Zetas. We've covered that with former DEA agent Shelly Castillo here on this radio program. And now Lou Dobbs has been fired on. The bullet came very close to his wife. They're death threatening him. And the media is celebrating it. Good for him. This is the type of terror they plan to use, the Mexican mafia. I just received news articles that Jason Bermas gave me from the London Telegraph and another newspaper that crystallized and confirmed thousands of data points. It is off the charts. At about 43 after, when I'm done covering Ron Paul running for president in 2012, is that going to happen? I'll give you the inside scoop in a moment. The information I was just given is exactly what I said was going to happen, because we understand how the social engineers are operating. You've heard that children are going to have to go to school year-round. Your children are going to be taken from you very soon and raised in government facilities. I'm going to explain how. It's now begun in England. Not just cameras in new parents' homes watching them with their children without any evidence they've done something wrong. This is far worse. Council bans parents from play areas. Parents are not allowed to be with their children in public places. Ladies and gentlemen, this is worse than the Soviet Union. I mean, I'm telling you, this is hell on earth. Government must be abolished. We've got to remove the entire U.S. and British government and start over. It is total criminal run. They mean business. I wanted to play a few minutes of Lou Dobbs from his radio show a few days ago. The whole thing's up on prisonplanet.com. But here he is talking about death threats being shot at and how everybody's attacking him, saying that he can't stand up for our sovereignty. And when the media says he claims he was shot at, when it's in the local news, the state police say he was. See, they're going to use political correctness to victimize those of us that stand up for America. Here it is.
You know, I want to tell you a story. It's 3 weeks ago today. I'm thinking about these lies that I wasn't going to respond to, but Geraldo now has just pushed it over. I got to tell you, the lies of the ethnocentric interest groups like LULAC, La Raza, MALDEF, America's Voice, you know, funded by basically George Soros, all attacking me because, as they put it, or as Geraldo put it, I'm the only thing standing between those open borders and, you know, unconditional amnesty for illegal immigrants. So they want to destroy me, and so they're taking their best shot at it, believe me. But I want to tell you, when you talk about what they've done, they've created an atmosphere, and they've been unrelenting in their propaganda. 3 weeks ago, this morning, a shot was fired at my house where I live. My wife was standing out, and that followed weeks and weeks of threatening phone calls. And as I told the State Patrol, by the way, the New Jersey State Patrol is absolutely terrific. They responded instantly. But this shot was fired with my wife not, 15 feet away. And we'd had threatening phone calls that I decided not to report because I get threatening phone calls. It's become part of a way of life. The anger, the hate, the vitriol. But it's taken a different tone where they threaten my wife. They've now fired a shot at my house, and while my wife was standing next to the car. It's become something else. And if anybody thinks that we're not engaged in a battle for the soul of this country right now, you're sorely mistaken. And the more you stay on the sidelines, the more you don't make your voice heard, the more likely it is that we're going to lose this battle for the soul of the nation. And what do I mean by that? I mean, are we going to have a nation in which we absolutely insist on the national interest being honored by all, where we have a melting pot in which we assimilate newcomers, in which we honor the fact that this nation is the most welcoming nation on the face of the earth? Or do we let people continue to lie about us, to disregard the fact that we have the most racially, ethnically diverse society on the face of the earth? Do we really want to let this continue, where law is simply suspended, where there are no consequences for breaking the law, whether you're an illegal employer or an illegal immigrant? I have said all along that if we can stop the illegal employers, we won't have an illegal immigrant problem in this country. But we've got to start being honest. And instead, the national liberal media has chosen sides, and they've decided that they're going to focus on the liberal view, which is that they will embrace illegal immigration.
We have time towards the end of the show. We're going to play the clip. But this is an attack on the First Amendment. And in Mexico, they kill reporters, they kill their wives, they chop their heads off. Mexico is a kleptocracy, one of the most corrupt nations, in the top 3 most corrupt nations in the world, after North Korea and one other. And the government loves the criminals that are coming across the border. They roll out the red carpet for them. They don't arrest illegal aliens for things they arrest citizens for. And now they're killing reporters in South Texas and car bombing and killing police, and no one cares. And it's just going to get worse and worse, because the globalists want to break down the sovereignty of this country. It is the fall of the republic. We got to stand behind Lou Dobbs.